96 Olympic gold medalist, countless world heavyweight champion, Kurt Angle on the phone right now. Kurt, it's awesome to speak to you.
Thank you very much, man.
So, Kurt, can you tell me what it was like to capture the gold during the 96 Olympics, the training, all of that?
Oh, gosh. I trained about 8 to 10 hours a day, and, I did it from a very young age. I kind of knew I was going to do what my brothers did and be an amateur wrestler. And, yeah, when I finally won, it felt like all those years, those 20 years of training just, really came to good use. In my life, I've never felt that feeling, besides my kids, than when I stood on that podium. That was the best thing ever. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, and the worst thing, because the next day, what do you do after that? You don't know where to go. You don't know how to get that feeling back, and it was a little depressing at times.
Well, you ended up going to WWE. So how is that different going from Olympic wrestling to professional wrestling?
It was the complete opposite. For me, I was always so good of a wrestler. Nobody threw me around. Nobody scored on me. I focused on my opponent, and I beat him, and I beat him fast. In pro wrestling, you have to have psychology, charisma. You have to allow your opponent to throw you around. That was hard to do. To trust someone to throw me around the ring and bump me around and slam me. It was complete opposite. I had to forget everything I knew the past 20 years and just start over again. And that's what I did. I just erased everything from my mind and said, I need to start new. And fortunately, I picked it up very quickly. I'd say within 5 months, I was on TV, and just 5 months training. And within 10 months, I won the world heavyweight title. So it was a very fast learning experience. I was learning on the job, and I had great wrestlers like Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold, The Rock. They were really carrying me very well to make me look good enough to be in that ring with them. And then when I was confident enough, I started doing the same for others.
That's awesome. So do you have a favorite wrestler to go against?
Wow, that's tough. Everybody's built differently. You have different sizes and shapes. I loved working with Brock Lesnar, Undertaker. Shawn Michaels was a great one. But the one that really we had the best chemistry had to be Chris Benoit. We were so much alike as far as intensity and wrestling skills. It was hard to find that again, that intensity level. That he's the only guy that kept up with me in the ring, and it really showed in the ring. We had a lot of great matches, but AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, they were two great ones too. I really enjoyed. There've been a lot. I've been blessed enough to wrestle a lot of great wrestlers. We've had some great ones in the past 15 years.
Definitely. All of the fans were excited. You did mention Brock, and all of the fans were excited when he went back to WWE. And the rumor was that, you might be too. Would you be open to that, or what happened?
I did contact them last year, and to be honest with you, I don't think they showed enough interest. It could be for any reason. It could be that they thought I wouldn't pass a physical, which I obviously would. It could be, me leaving the company high and dry in 2006. But I know Vince McMahon. He's a pretty forgiving guy, especially with stuff like that. I mean, at that time, I had to get out. I needed a reduced schedule, and Vince knew that. So I don't know what it is. It could be a couple of my mishaps in the past with the law. But now that I've been clean and sober for 2 years, it's. I don't know. I don't really think about it anymore, because I signed, and I'm giving I'm giving 110% to TNA. They've been really loyal to me, and they've taken care of me, gave me the right dates and the right amount of money. And when someone takes care of you like that, you have to be loyal to them.
Absolutely.
I really haven't given it any thought, but I'm probably going to wrap it up in the next year. So I won't be wrestling much longer. if 2 years might be the most. But that's it. But I have not spoken or talked to or even talked about the WWE.
So do you have that one final match? Who would you want your final match to be against?
Boy, I've said this a million times, but most likely, there's not a great chance it's going to happen, unfortunately, because I'm in one company, he's in the other, and I know he's had a couple of injuries, Daniel Bryan, but watching his talent, that would be a match I'd like to have before I retire. I think he would like to have that too. So I don't know how his neck is doing. I know he had to drop the title again and sit out for a while and let it heal, but you never know. I mean, in professional wrestling, you never know if he comes to TNA or, I do the opposite. I don't know, but that would be the match that I would really look forward to doing. I really enjoy his work.
Definitely, that would be an awesome match as well. Kurt, how do you decide on your gimmicks and the stables? How much is given to you, and how much creative control do you have to put those together?
The longer you're in it, the more control you have. But I didn't come up with obviously I came in with the gold medal, and I had a lot of success, and I was catching on to pro wrestling so quickly that I kind of turned a lot of heads in WWE. But Vince McMahon came up with my character, what he wanted me to portray, and why he wanted me to do it, and it worked rather well. I love doing being the character I was when I started, and getting a lot of heat from the fans, and just having a lot of success with it. It was a lot of fun doing a lot of the funny skits with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H and Stephanie, and it was a blast. I really enjoyed it. I didn't want to change that gimmick, but Vince wanted me to take a more rather serious character after that, and thought there was more money in me being an axe kicker than a funny guy. But I think the funny guy is always good.
That was great. Kurt, you did mention sobriety, and we recently did an event that we broadcasted for 98 hours for sobriety. Do you have any encouraging words or an advice for people in our community?
Yeah, if you know anyone, or if anyone is hurting and struggling, get them help. Talk to them, sit them down, and try to have an intervention and see if that person would be capable of going to a rehabilitation center. I know these centers actually take care of people now, and they reduce the prices if you don't have insurance, and obviously most people do have insurance now. And when you're in it, it's easy to say stay clean, but you have to take it one day at a time, and know that you're going to have some triggers, and you just have to, it's not about you, it's about the people around you. A lot of people that drink and use think only about themselves, and they don't think about the people around them that they're hurting. It's a lot easier to stay clean when you're doing it for someone else than yourself. And, they tell you the opposite in rehab, but I can tell you that it's been a lot easier for me just to stay clean and for my kids and my wife than it is for myself. I know a lot of people that, when you start taking and using, and you get a little selfish, and, one guy told me to grow up. That's the only thing he told me in rehab, grow up. And I didn't understand at the time, but what he meant is put childish things behind you. Drinking and using is childish, and you need to grow up. And I did. And it every day gets easier. It's not easy all the time, but it gets easier. The longer you stay clean, the easier it gets.
Awesome. Kurt, thank you so much. You'll be at the Glen Kelly Real Estate for the Eternal Tranquility charity event that's happening at the Beachcomber in Seaside Heights from 12 to 4 on June 13th.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to seeing you there, Kurt. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care, my friend.
All right. You too.
Bye.
Bye.